Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Welcome again to Street Talk. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki. And on Street Talk, we deal with the political, social, and economics here in Michigan, the U.S., and abroad. Now, joining me tonight,
Paget. Paget Maynard.
Okay, we got a lot to cover tonight. I just want to mention a couple of things. Haiti, we got the people in Haiti. Really, some of the hoodlums in Haiti are really running wild. Thursday or Friday, they open up a prison there and let all these prisoners out. Let them out, you know. And now the hoodlums, the gangs and things are running the country, you know. And we look at what's happening in Israel and also the other country where they're trying to get aid to, what is it? The one that Biden trying to...
With the Palestinians.
No, the other one.
The others are there in that same area.
Yeah, but
in Palestine.
But he's trying to get the people have been fighting for 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
They've been fighting in where is it?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about what the Germany. I mean, what you call it fighting? Russia is fighting.
Oh, okay, Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. And where Biden is trying to get aid to these people and these Republicans, man, I just don't know what's happening, man. You know, these Republicans, you know, it's just really a saying how they running away from. They had things on the border. They had things worked out and everything, and Trump said, "No, I'm gonna run on that," you know, and boom,
Sorry.
you know.
All right, Haiti. Could we say that what's going on in Haiti these couple of days is not too much different from what's happening here?
Well, I would say, you know, I would say yes. It's a lot different from what's happening here because at least we don't have gangs that are taking over, you know, and taking over cities, and that's what's happening down there, man. It's like the gangs and
we have a big gang here, you know.
Yeah,
the MAGA gang.
Yeah, but when you go and open up prison and let prisoners out, you know, now the prisoners out just running loose, you know.
Okay.
You know, so at least we don't have that yet, you know. We have this Trump admitting the people who are with Trump, they might do anything, you know.
As a matter of fact, they already declared they're going to be riot, this kind of stuff, if Trump loses. So we can have a lot of nonsense going on here if we don't watch it and make preparation to prevent it. Then in Ukraine, the big problem over there, the Ukrainians are holding their own the best they could. They're out of ammunition.
Yeah.
Because we are not sending them what they need, Russia was able to get a good footing there and took over some areas.
Yeah, capture one of the cities.
But they're not giving up. And as soon as they can get what they need, they're going to have Russia on the run again. They don't have a fleet, naval fleet, but they shut down Russia out of the Black Sea. And we know Russia controlled there for years. The people have it in them to do what is necessary, but they need the assistance. What we have here is the Republicans in Congress, led by Donald Trump, are refusing to do what is necessary to get aid to these people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Israel. It's the same thing here with coming out with the budget. They can't, wait a second. We are way into the fiscal year, and they don't even have anything settled yet.
It's, man, I'm going to tell you, it's the worst thing, the worst thing I can remember happening here in the U.S., man. And I've never liked Republicans, but, 40 years ago, we did have Republicans who had sense,
Yes. I remember some of them.
Yeah, now we got Republicans, it's a few. It's a few, and...
Quite a few,
yeah,
not a very small amount.
Well,
quite a few of the MAGA people.
Yeah, well...
They are creating havoc in the House in particular.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you've got about 10, maybe 12 these Republicans who just ain't gonna do anything. Anything that
anything but what Trump says.
Yeah,
only what Trump says.
And
Trump told them not to pass that bill for including the finances for the border. They wouldn't do it.
No.
The Speaker of the House will not even bring it to the floor.
No.
Trump doesn't want it done because he wants to use that for his campaign.
Yeah.
And if you're giving Biden a win if you do that.
Yeah,
Come on.
But
wait. When something comes in his favor, like we can talk about later, the Supreme Court decision, he said, oh, that's a win for the people. It's not a win for the people. It's a win for him. Mm-hmm. Trump doesn't do anything for anybody unless he is going to reap the lion's share.
Yeah.
Come on.
And the other thing is that the Republicans, they had all agreed with, they agreed to it where Biden could sign it, And
the Senate.
Yeah, and
but the House wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, they backed out,
and even your buddy from South Carolina, he was all in. Oh, this is the best thing ever. You'll never get anything better. But then he backed off.
Yeah.
What kind of crooks?
And that's why I say, it's just, man, it's one of the most outrageous time now, man. It's like, it's just really pitiful, what's happening now. And the thing about it is that you've got Republicans further right as they can go. And they can do all these things because the people that they run against, in the primary, somebody running against this lady, in the primary, well, she's gonna beat them out, then she'd be elected again,
what we have seen so far is Trump lost when his MAGA folks who are opposing the Republicans in the primary, they've been losing.
That's true. But right now, and I doubt if it's true, but he's up 4 or 5 points in Michigan. I don't believe in it because they haven't called my house.
Neither mine.
Yes.
The whole thing is the poll. You could get that say whatever you want it to say.
Yeah.
So I don't put too much emphasis on that. So.
But you were saying you got some things that you were.
I just mentioned the Supreme Court decision here the other day on the 14th Amendment, Section 3, whether or not Trump, Is Trump only the person in that case? Trump could still be on the ballot. Colorado said no. They went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court says yes, he can be. That's the sum total of it. Because, I jot down some things here. The states have no power to make decisions regarding the 14th Amendment, Section 3. Only Congress could do that. This is coming from them now, all right? They cannot decide who can be on the ballot. And if you had listened the hearing, the oral arguments, even the justices, I don't know how much justice it is, but the justices, if you listen carefully, they were not even focusing on the real substance of the thing.
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
So, you could expect anything was coming out. All right. Insurrectionists should not be on the ballot. All right, they can't run again. Trump was found guilty of insurrection. Mm-hmm. The court in Colorado did. The special committee from the January 6th committee, they found him guilty of it. There was evidence enough.
Yeah.
So there's no way he should have been on it. Now people are saying, well, Jack Smith did not include that in his petition. Now, there's something that got called, I think, preceding. So, could he do that now? I guess he could. The Justice Department did not pick up what the January 6th committee said. They found evidence enough that he should have been and recommended that he be charged with that.
Well, the thing is that we've got 4 cases, man, and one of the cases that I'm really,
Don't say Georgia.
Yeah, I'm really.
Don't say Georgia.
I'm really concerned, man. Is Georgia because
don't be worried. It's gonna come through.
Yeah, but they are trying to, man,
and they're not succeeding.
Well, we don't know. We won't know until 2 weeks.
Well, from all that I've heard, they're not succeeding.
Well,
I listened to them, and the arguments that they're holding has not shown anything that they. Oh well, this lawyer, I'm submitting that she and him, they were in a relationship since 2019. Wait a second, are you gonna tell me what time I was in a relationship with somebody else?
Yeah.
When both of us tell you no?
Yeah.
So, okay, you make up whatever you want and you say whatever you choose, but it doesn't prove anything. And I'm sure the judge isn't stupid.
Well, I'm just, I know it shouldn't even be a case, It shouldn't even be anything,
I will grant that they made a mistake to get involved. I don't think it's a wise thing for co-workers to get involved that way.
Well, for me,
especially so in something of this nature.
And for me, it was a case where it was the biggest case that she will ever be involved in. Okay. Yeah. And for her to, at this particular time, for this to come out. But again, what I'm saying is that it shouldn't be anything, but it is, because his lawyer is claiming all these things. And then again, every judge who's black, everybody who's black with a case against Trump, he says that, they don't like me because they're racist,
He is the racist one.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back to that. Now, on the Supreme Court, insurrectionists, we know the Constitution says should not be allowed to hold office again. This court is saying that the Colorado court, the state, doesn't have the authority to determine who goes on the ballot. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Who runs the elections in each state whenever there is election?
It's the people in the state, man.
The state does it,
You know, the people in the state.
headed by
yeah.
the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Why then, if I don't have a say in who can be on the ballot in your setting, the federal cases, offices, then why am I doing your bidding? Why don't you come out? And I think personally, the state should now say to the feds, look, you come and run your election. I'm not doing it. Since I can't have anything, I'm not going to spend money. I'm not going to put myself through all the hassles, be threatened and all of that to get people for your offices. So you come and do it now.
Well,
Now, everybody will kill me for that, but I just think they should tell them that.
Well, yes, but you remember that was these, you know, they took it to the Supreme Court, and these people on the Supreme Court weren't even talking about what they should have been talking about.
No.
You know, they was talking about
No.
something else. You know.
And even this one coming up, the immunity case, they give them the question that they must focus on, which is what they normally do. But if you look at it, they are not even focused on the thing. They spread out there now,
Yeah.
just to make it a little more easy for Trump.
Yeah.
But I think it's more urgent because of what's going on and what they said the states can't do. It's urgent, but the Supreme Court, they didn't see it necessary to do an emergency hearing on this. They waited for weeks, then they decide they're going to take it, and now they're going to have oral arguments 7 weeks down the road. They could do it quicker. How many days? Was it 3 days with Gore versus Gore?
Yeah.
Al Gore and
Yeah.
George Bush.
Yeah.
Just a few days and thing because they wanted Bush in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So why now? Nobody telling you put this one or that one.
Right.
Give us an answer, but they're not doing it quickly.
Well, see, you know, as long as they can push it back days, keep pushing it back days and weeks
Well,
at a time.
that is where it's going in Trump's favor.
Right. Yeah.
That's how Trump wins.
Yeah.
By delays.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's doing it. And that Judge Cannon down in Florida, she's doing everything to accommodate him.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least I don't know why up at this time that they haven't been asked for her to be removed off the case. Because she has shown her bias.
I don't understand that. Really, I can't. You know, they're trying to remove this judge. You know, the judge in Georgia,
Yeah.
but the one in
You mean
Florida,
the prosecutor?
yeah, in
The
Florida.
DA.
But this lady in Florida, you know, I mean, anybody can tell she's been trying to do all she can to help Trump. You know. I mean,
Look,
that's what I don't understand.
Anybody wants to say differently, they could say it. But I know what I'm seeing tells me something else. That was the easiest case to try.
Yeah.
The man has boxes and boxes and boxes
Yeah.
of documents
Yeah.
in a bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had them all over the floor.
Yeah. And
He has let other people, foreigners, come and see them. Some have taken pictures.
yeah. And you know, and I know we won't find out in the next few years, but
It can come to light.
I'll bet you that Trump has sold so much information, you know, to other
Well,
countries.
he needs the money now.
You know, and in this other case where the judge said he has to have
About $500 million.
yeah,
Mhm.
you know,
He know.
and the other day he come up some gym shoes. I mean, really.
Wha- But you all are buying them up. He said so many thousands of they've bought up.
Well,
Black
but
people, he
wait,
said.
I read this paper 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, where blacks wasn't buying them. You know, where they said blacks. One thing they said blacks love Jim Shoe, but they don't want any part
Well,
of it.
he talking about how many they bought. I heard him here the other day.
Well, we know he lies. He the worst liar you ever been. He's the worst liar that'll ever be.
So you're saying the man don't know how to lie?
I mean, but
Now, with all Trump has done and is doing, people are still gravitating to him. They talk about, you don't hear much of that anymore, integrity. Oh, Clinton, he doesn't have what it takes because he look what he did. He was with this woman. I submit, Clinton was in this affair with this woman, but it was consensual.
yeah,
He did not rape her.
right.
This Donald Trump, who wants to be president again, he raped the woman.
Yeah, yeah,
This man who talks, so much about fondling women as do whatever you want, touch
Yeah.
them here, do
Yeah.
this, pull
Yeah.
that, and they allow it because you're a star.
Yeah.
Baloney.
yeah. Well,
I'm glad that woman came forward
I am too.
because now he can't pay the price. Oh, I can. Okay, I'll give you 100 million, and no,
No.
you have to come up with all the money.
Yes.
You see, he who be boasting how rich he is, a
Yeah.
multi-billionaire,
Yeah.
but you can't afford
Yeah.
a $500 million.
And this guy done said that for his businesses in New York, 3 years, he can't do can't do any business there for 3 years, because the guy wanted for a lifetime, but he got 3 years,
I would have keep him out
and his
completely.
sons 2 years, and $4 million, each.
But look at it, man. This rapist, this Russian puppet, this want to be dictator, all right? Trying to pull this country under people like Putin.
Yeah. Yes.
He wants to do their bidding. And this is the person you're telling
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
is qualified to be
Yeah. Yeah.
president again
Yeah.
after what he did in office,
Yeah.
after what we know he has done,
Yeah.
and all the rest of it. That's baloney.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, is that if you look at it, man, and I tell guys all the time, we talk, every day at the Y. But if he ever becomes president again, this country will not be a democratic country. It's going to be a dictator.
The man say he'll be dictator just for the one day.
And we
Well, unless he plans to kill himself after that day is done.
yeah,
Because no dictator wants to be dictator for a day.
right.
You take over and you intend to be there for the rest of your life.
Yeah, yes, yes, and it's people like, oh well, he was just joking and he was just,
It's not joking.
No.
People got to understand this man is very sick.
Yeah. How much time we got? 4 minutes.
Yes.
Um,
Let's hit
yeah,
this
yeah,
other thing.
yes.
Trump is now reaching out to blacks. This is his
Oh.
big thing now. And he's having some radio spots. They're going to doing this because blacks like that and blah, blah, blah. Now he talks about his black supporters. My black supporters. And my thing for you black folks who running up behind Donald Trump, kissing up to him, pussyfooting under him, buying his sneakers.
Well, go ahead. But you know,
My question for you. Now, you got out of the cotton field, okay? Why are you going back into servitude? Because Donald Trump is nothing better than a slave master and the worst of them.
yes, yeah, you know.
You got out physically, but now you're going in mentally and emotionally.
Well, it's a lots of 'em, man. You know, you remember that post-traumatic slavery disorder?
Yes,
Well, a bunch of them out there still got it. Man.
I know.
You know,
And you're not going to get rid of all of it.
no.
But I can't understand why are we black folks going out so we're supporting a man like Trump who has no use for you.
You know,
He doesn't care about you.
No.
Number one. Number two, we know he's a bigot.
Yep.
It has been shown and over again. He hates you.
Yeah.
And by the way, just in case somebody didn't quite know what a bigot is, I'm going to read the definition and I'm going to tell you what it's saying. A person who is obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief or opinion, especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonistic toward a person on the basis of their membership of a particular group. Put in simple language, the man hates you because you're black.
Yes.
He doesn't like you, he's antagonistic, he's prejudiced, he's everything because you're black.
Yeah.
And you might recall those 5 black youngsters in New York
Yep.
who were accused of murder.
Yeah. Just accused now. They was accused.
Accused.
Yeah.
Trump took out a full-page ad saying they should be executed.
Yeah. And that's after. And then after.
But even when they were cleared,
Yeah.
it was proven that they were innocent.
Yeah.
Trump never came out and said, I'm sorry.
No. He said then they should be back in prison.
All right.
You know.
They didn't rent the place to black people. You were not good enough to live in the place.
Well, look at and we got Hispanics out here, man. Hispanics out here on Trump.
That goes for both Hispanics and blacks and other races.
He talks about Hispanics like they
Dogs.
not human, you know.
They're bringing they're spoiling our blood.
Yeah, you know.
Well, boy, Donald, I could tell you this, man. Europeans who spoil the blood here. Europeans. Not Mexicans. Europeans. So you and your folks are who spoil the blood.
Yeah, you know.
Period.
So I don't know why blacks and Hispanic are still out here, man, voting for somebody like Trump. I just don't get it. You know.
But some things we may never understand. But the fact is, as long as this world is, you're going to find people who would do that. But I'm still going to ask you, why are you running behind a rapist, an insurrectionist? Man, look. This man, inside, outside, right side, left side, front side, back side, and his whole crooked side is no good for you.
No.
I wish I could have gone into them some more. Time is on us.
All right. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki, and we'll catch you down the next block for more street talk. Peace.
Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine, messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.